Today's a very strange day here on the channel, and that's because I don't know whether to be excited or ashamed of myself because we are playing mono red. But it's not what you think. Let me explain. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing mono red, but as you can see, we are not aggro. On the contrary, we are actually a big red deck that works on ramping into extremely large spells. Our win cons being Portal to Phyrexia and Cityscape Leveler, both doing different things, but both can end a game in their own right. Cityscape Leveler is an 8/8 trampler that attacks in and destroys something off the field, giving your opponent a power stone. And then you got Portal to Phyrexia, which sweeps the board and then can steal the opponent's creatures from their graveyard, using them against them as win cons as well. So of course, with big plays like this, we're going to need a lot of ramp mechanics, right? So we've got things like Fable Dimir Breaker, of course, giving us treasures, and then we've also got Visions of Phyrexia, spitting out power stones every single turn, also giving us card advantage. And then also Might Stone, Weak Stone, again, card advantage meets removal as well as ramp. This card kind of has it all for us here in today's build. Only one new card in this deck. It's going to be Koth. Koth is a new planeswalker that I invested 4 wild cards in immediately when I saw it, and needed a reason to run it. That's why we're playing this deck today. But this +2 on here, being able to get a mountain out of your deck and placing it onto the battlefield is really nice to keep your mana flowing. -3 obviously removes something off the field, which is great. But the -7, not too hard to get to. You're getting an emblem where every mountain that comes in deals 4 damage to any target, which is also a win con of sorts. But the deck was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. It was surprisingly consistent with the wins, and I hope you guys enjoy this one, man. We're going to jump into the games. Before I do that, though, I just want to say we post videos here 5 days a week. So if you guys enjoy content like this, be sure to give the video a like, subscribe. That stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, enjoy the games, guys. I hope to see you back here at the end. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're diving into some big red today, man. I've been wanting to play big red for a while. I've actually put together a handful of decks of big red and just hasn't come together yet. But thanks to Koth, I think we're in a pretty good spot, man. Koth is a fantastic addition to this build. Opening hand here is good enough to keep for sure. Got all of our ramp cards here. Just need to find maybe some burn spells or some sweepers. Definitely don't need that on top. Crystal Grotto, man, what a nice touch to these monocolored decks. Just to be able to scry a little bit helps a ton. Sorry, I got to open up a few things here. I just realized. All right, and another Visions of Phyrexia is not exactly what you want to see off the top there. The opponent's probably on, yep, okay, they're on some toxic proliferating stuff, so we got to imagine that there's going to be some counter spells in their build. They may hit us with the counter spell here. We'll see. But I do have some backups. Let's go with Visions of Phyrexia first because we have a backup of it. There's the Syncopate. All right, we knew they were gonna have counter spells. I didn't know they were gonna have Syncopate though. That's a shock. Oh, okay, they're not typical at all. They're not the They're not the same toxic deck I'm used to seeing. Now, what do I want to do with this, though? Do we want to go with Koth here and then just minus onto the Ninja? Because I really want to use this for card draw, right? I think that's going to have to be the play here. I don't want them being able to draw any cards off this. Obviously, they're going to draw cards and then discard, but I think that's much better than just giving them a card straight up. So, taking care of the Ninja, getting that out of the way. Let them do their thing here. All right, so yeah, it's definitely not what we thought it was. This is just going to be a Dimir control deck, it looks like. So I don't know how many counter spells we're going to see, but... All right, some removal, that's fine. Ooh, that's a good draw there. It's not a bad draw. I'm going for it. I think we're going to get countered, but there's a chance that this gets third. If it does, we have a great kill on Kaito here. If they waste a kill spell on this, that's huge. That's huge because I'm still getting the other 2 because it's on the stack. So, oh, that's big time. We'll take that all day. We'll take that all day. That's a huge loss of value for the opponent there. A card lost for them, and we still get 2 creatures out of the deal. I'll take that trade any day. Still got the ability to draw 2 cards as well to kind of rejuice here. That's a card though. That's pretty cool. That it's going to exile a card from a graveyard, and then they can just basically kill one of my Skitterbeam battalions here. Making me feel like I should probably, I was going to say use this to kill it, but now we got the Cityscape Leveler. I don't see why we don't just draw our 2 cards here, comfortably just wait on the next couple of turns here, and then just get the Cityscape Leveler in to blow up the Desecrator. Now, when the Desecrator dies, it gets that trigger again, though, so my 2/2 right here would die because they can minus XX based on the value of whatever they exiled. So we got to imagine this is definitely going to die. Is there anything? There's no way there's an 8 mana. Yeah, there's no 8 mana thing in the graveyard. So a lot of graveyard hate here. Okay. All right, here we go. Cityscape Leveler comes down, says what's up to the field. We're going to blow this up like we said. It's going to kill the 2/2 Skitterbeam, but they're going to exile something from their own graveyard here. Probably just an instant speed spell, I would imagine. Is it a permanent only? Exile another card from a graveyard. Okay, so yeah, they can choose any card they want. They're probably going to take an Edict. Actually, it just has to be a 1-mana. Well, no, this is a carbon copy that actually has 5 mana value, so there's nothing they can exile. This is fine. I misunderstood. I thought this token was basically 0 mana value, but it's actually a carbon copy of the Skitterbeam, so it's actually got a 5 mana converted cost here. So Cemetery Desecrator not going to be able to get the job done. Maybe they know that. Maybe I'm being roped right now because they're being salty. I don't know. I sure hope not. Well, if we're getting a salt rope here, I apologize, and I will be back with an edit here to the end. Gosh darn it. All right, they are back. Apparently, they did just exile something here. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the carbon copy of it having converted mana cost 5 didn't matter because they did just exile an augury and they were able to kill it. Don't know what took them so long though. They used up all their times. And they're gonna grab something from the graveyard. It's Vraska. That's tough. That's tough. All right, Vraska's gonna kill the Cityscape Leveler or turn it into treasure. That's something. We obviously just attack here. Yep. And we drop this. That's dead. They get a Power Stone. No big deal. Hit him for 8. And I think we obviously just play out our hand here, right? I mean, nothing to hold back here. If I can get Koth to get to a point where we can ult it, that would be fantastic. Just a little bit of additional damage. They won't be able to stop. And another Power Stone. Now the -3 here deals damage to target creature, but not anything like a Planeswalker, unfortunately. So here comes the kill spell on the... All right, Skitterbeam Battalion, sacrifice this for red, and use that mana to replay it. And there's the scoop. GG's from the opponents here. We also had a Skitterbeam Battalion that we just drew off the top, so that was going to get pretty ugly for them. That was going to get bad. Man, I knew this deck was going to be pretty fun, but I wasn't sure how good it was going to be. And so far, I mean, with the play testing going on, we're like 4-0 right now. So this thing is really, really cool. I'm really enjoying this one a lot. Opening hand is good. Requires some mana though to be better. Do we keep it? Man, if we get to the 3rd land drop, we got Brotherhood's End, but that doesn't exactly help us though. We have to be able to get to the Phyrexia. Are we gonna bank on drawing 2 lands? I don't think we can. It's better. That's much better. All right. Fable the Mirror Breaker makes things a little bit easier here for us. We can drop the Cityscape Leveler if we want to. It's not the strongest thing to drop it. You want to, you want to play it for its full 8 if you can, just regularly. But if I can get some extra cards in hand and find maybe like some more ramp spells, we might want to just drop it because we can replay it from the graveyard. All right. And a Brotherhood's End is helpful, but we're up against, it looks like mono black, so might not have a ton of hits with Brotherhood's End. All right. Just as I say that, we get a pretty good hit. Now, I'm going to play Fable here. And the reason being is because Brotherhood's End can target strictly artifacts and avoid anything like my 2/2 here. Plus, if they play another creature, I'll just maybe swing in here and then just sweep the board after the fact. Okay. That makes things tricky, I won't lie. Makes things tricky. I'm going to submit 0. I don't feel like taking extra damage from the Shieldred. Plus, I can get my lands with this. So, what I'm going to do here... So, I'm going to try to get my treasure. They're probably going to block this, right? And then we'll just sweep the board up with the Brotherhood's End. Seems good enough to me. Okay, they make things harder on me. We go here. No, let's go. We got to go double down on removal spells. I hate that, though. It just feels so bad. Plus, we eat the treasure. Yeah, I just don't love that, but it's something we got to do, I think. All right. Hit this. Really wish they would have blocked. Good on them for not blocking, though. I mean, respect. All right. Our hand looks good. I mean, Koth gets us a land here on this next turn, as long as it doesn't get removed by instant speed magic like Shieldred's Edict or something. They didn't have any Invoke Despair. We love that. Yeah, they definitely have some instant speed magic here. Let's just hope it's not Planeswalker removal. There goes the reflection. Yep, cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. We get the land at least. Goes to 6 loyalty. Shieldred's Edict's probably coming down here. It's becoming a very popular removal spell, man. It's been really, really good. 2 mana instant speed. Yeah. It's just such a great removal spell. It really is. And worst comes to worst, we have Skitterbeam Battalion next turn, which is pretty solid. All right, tricky game here. We just got to hope the opponent doesn't find their Invoke Despair. That can get them back into the game with some card advantage pretty quickly. You know what? I'm going to go with the Fable here. Because we just drew a Bank Buster, and I think drawing cards is going to be pretty key here against this opponent. More kill spells for the 2/2. That's fine. As long as we keep their cards out of their hand, keep having them, you know, spend all this mana and these cards on removing little tokens here and there, we're going to eventually take over in card advantage, I feel like. Fable was a 2-for-1 there. Might Stone, Weak Stone. That's big time. All right, we're going to play that, and it'll get us closer to both our Cityscape Leveler and a full-sized Skitterbeam Battalion. Draw 2 cards. All right, and I do feel like we are definitely back in this thing. I think we're back in the driver's seat controlling the plays here. Bankbuster can draw a card here off of the Mightstone, Weakstone mana. They just drew a land. We love that. We love that. Mono red outvaluing mono black at the moment. Holy. Do we go Skitterbeam now? Probably. Probably should start the beatdown, I think. And again, we know they're running a bunch of kill spells. That doesn't bother us, man. It's fine. Let them keep running out these single kill spells because, again, Skitterbeam Battalion's a 3-for-1. So by all means, run out another kill spell here. I get 2 more. You're going to lose that battle every day. I can't believe just how many kill spells they're running, though. That's wild. That's wild. Send the 8 damage through here, and then we've got another 8 damage sitting here. So we've got lethal on deck here, and we have the answer for that with the Cityscape Leveler as well. And that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. That should do it. We'll be seeing you, Shieldred. That's game. Lovely, man. Taking out mono black, a player on their way to mythic with mono red. Let's go, dude. And we did it by getting more cards in hand than them and just outvaluing the board state. So that's huge. What a game, man. What a game. Let's go, dude. Bankbuster in the opening hand here to kick things off into a Koth. I think we can keep this. This should work fine. All right, playing this out. It's a tap land. It does draw us cards later, which is awesome. And then we've got the Grotto coming up next to scry us some stuff. Let's see what we scry here. Another land. I mean, no, I have Koth. I don't think that's a very smart play to keep that on top. And then next turn, we can just draw a card straight up with Bankbuster here. It's probably going to be our next play, unless we draw a Fable, of course. Body Dropper's interesting because it works off sacrifice, right? Sacrifice another creature. It gets a 1/1 counter. Sacrifice another creature with 2 mana. And gains Menace to the end of turn. All right. All right, all right. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to, unfortunately, take a little bit of a beatdown here. This thing is absolutely bonkers. Urabrask's Forge is really good. We just played a Rakdos deck ourselves around that card. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this. All right, so Cityscape Leveler is going to be the only thing that really answers that, which is a bit of an issue because of how fast they're moving at the moment with the damage. All right, that ramps us up pretty fast, which is great, but are we going to have time to take another turn off to settle that in? I don't think so. I do not think so. What to do, man. That's an artifact. That does answer that. That does, in fact, answer that, but man. Oh, brother, what do we do? Am I just dead here? Am I just dead here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not dead yet. This could take some attention too off of my face a little bit. I think this has got to be the move here. Because if we can next turn deal some damage here on the body dropper and then sweep the board, we might be okay, but it's yeah, they just go face. They completely ignore Koth here. They get me down to 2. They don't have anything that passively deals damage when things get sacrificed, which is good so far. But that's not to say they're not going to drop something here. Respect to the opponent, though, man. Well done. I think they got us here. It's just, yeah, eaten alive. That is tough. Grotto to scry. I mean, this does give me some blockers, I suppose, which could save us for another turn, getting us even closer. But yeah, I guess we could try that. Let's go Grotto here. And it's a mountain. We don't need that. Skitterbeam Battalion, come on down. Never thought I'd be throwing down a Skitterbeam Battalion just to block with. All right, and then we end our turn. We're clinging on for dear life right now, though, guys. We are clinging on. If I can find a backup Brotherhood's End, I mean, maybe we can go back to back with it. 2 Drown. Okay, Drown's coming in. We're just dead here now. Yeah, that unfortunately will do it, guys. They open up the lane here to attack through with all 3 of their creatures, and that is it. Well played. Well played. I mean, it's a very powerful deck. The Rakdos Sacrifice is in a really good spot now with the Forge. The Forge is just such a hard card to deal with. Once it gets rolling, it's just almost unstoppable unless you have artifact removal ready to go, which we did. It was just that we were a little bit too slow. They had already started pressuring us a little too fast, so good game. All right. I don't mind losing to cool things like that where it's like something different, and that was definitely different for sure. Opening hand, I've got the Bankbuster turn 2, but everything else is very expensive, man. This is unfortunately gonna have to be a mulligan. This is better. Brotherhood's End can't be played on 3 though with this hand. But if the grotto finds us a red source, maybe like a mountain, maybe we keep it on top. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how fast the opponent's looking to move here. Azorius. All right, we found a mountain. There we go. That solves that problem, doesn't it? Are we soldiers though, or what? Yep, they sure are. All right, Brotherhood's End gonna be very important here. Gonna have to move quickly here, especially going second. Oh, that's a great top deck right there. Wow, solid. All right, take that out. Just slow them down as much as we can here. There's an argument to be said to just leave that alone, let them invest a little bit more into the board, and then look to hit them with like Brotherhood's End. But I think I'm fine with the way we did that. Officer came down after the fact. This thing does create one more, creates these 1/1 soldiers when it attacks into us. I plan on sweeping the board probably next turn. I'm going to go ahead and get a treasure though. We might just go with Mightstone, Weakstone and look to -5/5 on this, but it depends. It all depends on what the board looks like after this turn. Nope, we are sweeping the board. Oh yeah, definitely sweeping the board. That makes things a lot easier. I don't think we need to send anything away. I think I like my hand a lot. Okay. Send this through. Get our treasure. Definitely won't be any blocks from the opponent here, because why would they? I guess the token. Okay. Fair enough. Let's go Grotto. Bank Buster. We don't need another one of those. And we clean up the board state a little bit. And we have enough of the Bank Buster. I mean, yeah, sure, we can play that out. Sure, I'll eat the treasure for that because we do have the Mightstone, Weakstone next with the mountain coming down anyways. Which draws us 2, and then we draw another card off the Bank Buster immediately, which is great. Okay. Or in this case, eliminating the officer, because I think keeping them at bay and just keeping their creatures off the field is more important than us having cards in hand. So killing that's fine. We can go ahead and just look to draw cards with the Bank Buster. Solid. Another way to get us card advantage. Love that. And they replay from the graveyard. All right. And a lightning strike would be sick, but I doubt it. Yeah, that would have been really cool though if we could have pulled that off. All right, a Power Stone comes down. So anything we draw now is fair game. If we can find a Portal to Phyrexia, that'd be fantastic. Cityscape Leveler, but it's just good to know that we have enough mana now to play anything we'd like. Extra land. There's the portal. There's the portal. We'll just let that turn into a Power Stone. Yeah. I don't know. Let's get the portal down first, though. I'm just debating on whether or not to let this turn into a Power Stone or not. I think we just play it out as a land. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But this does matter. Portal to Phyrexia eats up their entire board. And we get through for 2. And then we can steal their veteran next turn. That way they can't replay it from the graveyard. Or not replay it, but they can exile this from their graveyard to give their whole squad a little bit of a pump. So we'll take that ability away from them next turn. Okay, or they just send it away. Silly. Silly, silly, silly. All right. They said oops. I don't know why. I don't know what the oops was about, but we're going to get aggressive here. And we'll just draw a card, see if it's anything that we want to play right this second. I'd highly doubt it. All right. Send that Brotherhood's War or Brotherhood's End away. Get us another Power Stone. Say go. A lot going on our side of the field right now. Tons of Power Stones going off. Planeswalkers, creatures, everything. I mean, we are absolutely decimating this soldiers deck right now. Crazy. And then we're just going to keep stealing their things too, which eventually we're going to beat them down with their own soldier game. So They give me indestructible. I think they've officially reached their level of triggered that can't be matched. All right, what a game, dude. GG's. It's always a great feeling beating the soldiers deck, man. I'm really happy we were able to stomp that deck down because I've never really liked soldiers, man. Not at all. I get to go first. Opening hand here is nice. We get the Bank Buster early into potentially a Koth with a bit of removal. Got a little bit of everything here. Don't tell me we're against soldiers again. Don't even do this to me. Oh, man. And a blue land. Yep, there it is. All right, here we go. Same sort of a game as last time. I am going to blow up that veteran with a lightning strike here. And then we'll go with Koth next turn, which can blow something up as well. I would like to see Koth be able to deal at least 3 damage based on a 3-drop coming down, but I don't have another basic mountain here, so I'm gonna have to do what we gotta do here. All right. Another veteran. Fun stuff. All right, we blow this one up. And then this Koth will blow up the other one, but then it'll get hit by the frontliner for the 1 damage. All right. Little scry ability here. We get a battalion. It's a good card. It's good enough for me to keep for sure. And then we just keep answering the threats as they come. I mean, we got the veteran down here. Frontliner. Still available to attack the Koth though. Down to 16 though. Turn 5 coming up. I feel pretty good about our life total where it's at. They may leave Koth alone here too. You never know. They might just go face to try to quickly get us killed here. But no, they go for the attack on Koth. No worries. No worries. All right. So we have a little bit of a crossroads here. Do we go with... This gives 1-1, not 1-0. I was going to say we could surprise block with this, but that won't work. So I think I'm actually going to go with the Koth here. And I'm going to plus Koth. Yeah, I'm going to plus Koth here. It keeps Koth from dying this next turn from an attack. Oh, never mind. I was going to say it keeps it from dying from an attack, but not when they drop 2 more creatures down on the field like that. So, bummer. All right, Koth probably going to die now then. Let's scry again and see what we hit here. Definitely don't want that. Thank goodness we scried that away. All right. Koth's going to take 4, 5. Yep, take 6 exactly. But at least it bought us a little bit of time, right? Anytime they attack a planeswalker and not my face, that's kind of a win for us against an aggro player. So didn't expect the reinforcements, though. I should have. That was a little bit of a rookie mistake on my end not to expect that. But it's all good. As long as we get a Brotherhood's End here soon, we're going to be in good shape. Which I think I'm going to try to shoot for, as fast as possible. So let me draw a card here, and then I'm probably going to go with the Fable. I know I have the Skitter Beam, trust me. I know I've got a bunch of 2/2s I can throw out there as blockers. But I still want to find the Brotherhood's End and just sweep this board up, man. Just get it nice and clean. They have another reinforcements, I would imagine, here, because why hold up that mana with this many cards in hand? Fool me once, right? All right, so we're going to be able to get 2 cards discarded here, drawing 2 more. We get our top deck, and then we potentially can get a Bank Buster draw. So 4 cards deep. We should be able to find something like a Brotherhood's End, I would hope. Just something helpful here. The veteran would be, not this veteran, but the other veteran would be very, very bad for us because it would allow them to create... It would allow them to create more soldiers after I sweep the board, which would be a bit of a bummer. Our last chance here, we draw a card, and of course they tapped incorrectly. That's crazy. All right, what do we do here? Skitter Beam Battalion for some blockers. And then we go Leveler next turn. I mean, seems fine. Seems like a fine plan. I don't love it. I wish, again, I just would have gotten the sweeper here, but I guess we're going to just fight fire with fire then. Let's see who can throw out more fire. We are big red after all. I like my chances. Okay. Not if they keep throwing down reinforcements, though. If they find a way to get to the 5th land drop here and they drop that veteran's ability to exile and pump up the squad, that can get a little scary. Gives everything a 1/1 counter, right? Yep. So I still wouldn't mind the sweeper if possible. At least they're not bringing the heat anymore. They stopped attacking in, which is kind of cool. All right. They're doing this because they have the on-earth ability, and they are also going to be 2/2s, which forces me into a position here where I have to block and lose a couple of things here. So do I care? Not really. Don't really care, do I? Just trying to stay alive here. Don't tell me it's another reinforcements or something. That'd be crazy. Not that it would matter in this spot. It's just a 4th one would be bonkers. All right, here we go. Lightning strike again. Wow. Okay, this time I'm gonna auto tap because this game doesn't know what to do with these Rakdos. Come on. Okay, I mean, that's 2 more cards, right? And it's a little bit of ramp for us, so I'm gonna take it. Definitely gonna take that opportunity here. And draw 2. Portal to Phyrexia is interesting. Okay. I've also got the ability here to throw a lightning strike still at something. I'm going to go ahead and just pass the turn here. We are in trouble still, though, because the opponent, again, does have the ability to pump the whole squad with the veteran. I just can't believe we haven't, out of all this card draw, found any help from our deck with the Brotherhood's End. We've drawn so many cards. We're almost halfway through the deck with 4 Brotherhood's End in the deck, so it's kind of crazy. No on earth, no attack. Okay. Okay. Now, this card is actually a lot more important than you might think. And the reason it's so important here is because of the fact that we can start stealing things like their veterans from their graveyard. So, reinforcements, that's fine. I was a little scared there. I thought maybe a counterspell, the counterspell that is based on how many creatures they have. All right, so they go. We should probably take this thing out before it starts drawing cards, right? We probably should. All right. Pass the turn. We can crew the Bank Buster with the 1/1 pilot there to make a solid block. We're doing a really, really good job of just like keeping them at arm's length, just keeping them at a stagnant standstill. But we've also gotten pretty lucky with the fact that they haven't been able to find that 5th land drop here. So, all right, still no attacks from the opponent. We love that. And here's where we start having some fun. We start stealing the things that are important to them from the graveyard. Veteran first. I'm pretty sure this is like a no-brainer, right? I mean, it's such a big body and it just blows up the officer here. Dude, these Rakdos gotta start tapping for colorless. I know they're doing it because they can add 1 mana of any color potentially, but man, it's gotta start tapping for colorless. I gotta start remembering to do that because it's gonna put us in a bind one of these times. Still 1 mana to use, I guess, to tap. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna tap to draw more cards here. All right, Leveler is down, and we go with Koth here. And I'm actually just gonna plus Koth here. I'm not actually gonna try to burn anything out because it's just a bunch of 1/1s. We have a plenty of solid blockers here, and if we can work Koth up to its ult, we're gonna be in really solid position to just burn them out. All right, they've got a Power Stone. It doesn't work for the soldiers, which is good because it would count as a 5th land drop, but I would imagine, yep, they did find that 5th land drop. So wouldn't be surprised if the opponent was going to go for the veteran play, but no, instead they blow up the Cityscape Leveler. This one's taking a little bit longer than the last one, but we're going to get the job done for sure. It just feels like it's inevitable at this point. All right, take the other veteran here. Now we have nothing to really worry about from their graveyard. And once we start stealing more and more of their soldiers from the graveyard, like this here, the Strike Force officer, we're gonna be running away with this game. So all right, let's drop this down. I want to be able to find some other potential win cons here, even though we have all of them on board. It's just, again, it's just a matter of time. I just want to try to speed up the process here. I don't want to throw out the Cityscape Leveler just yet because we're not at lethal quite yet. We might as well start sending some of the stuff through. Send some of that through. Here's where blocks start to happen. Some chump blocks, sure. Okay. I could lightning strike one of these, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. We have bigger fish to fry. And nice. That's a pretty solid find right there. That's gonna be more card advantage for us going forward. And we still have the ability to lightning strike here. Wait, do we not treasure? Oh, no, we don't. We don't. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. My mistake. Yep, at this point, I mean, it's just about how long is it going to take us to get there, you know? That's all. It's not if, it's when. If they can't answer the portal to Phyrexia at the bottom here, I mean, there's just nothing they can do. We're just going to keep on stealing all their biggest things. And, you know, once we start attacking through with the officer as well, it's going to get ugly. Not to mention the Koth is ready to ult. So much value, guys. Just so much value. We're gonna decline this. We don't need to do anything. Let's go here. Let's go here. And Cityscape Leveler. Let's make an appearance now. Let's get aggressive here and try to close this game out. And what else? What else? Let's go and crew this up. And send a whole squad in. Force them to make some really tough decisions on the blocks. I mean, 8 of this is getting through with trample. So unless they have a kill spell. Do they have a kill spell for that? They do. Another Valorous Stance. Okay, that does make things a little more interesting here. Do we still attack though? There's really nothing holding us back from attacking into this opponent right now. We're at the point where we've got 16 life with no real threats on the board coming back at us. So we send everything through here. Koth is ulted, so I mean, we're dealing 4 damage every single time we drop a mountain here. All right. And they block double reinforcements on the goblin. They really don't want me getting treasures. I think the idea of holding me back from mana is long gone, I would imagine. All right, Bank Buster. That's pretty solid. I didn't even realize they were sitting at 3. I didn't even realize they were sitting at 3. That's my bad. All right, GG's. Let's go. Another absolute domination of the soldier deck. We love to see it. Love to see it. That's gonna wrap up today's video. We'll be back again tomorrow, guys, with another banger. We actually have a really sweet list in Jeskai that we're playing tomorrow, and it took us all the way to Mythic. So be sure to stay tuned for that one tomorrow in the morning. Be sure to check out the channel when that goes live. But I just want to say thank you to everybody, of course, who's made it this far into the video, man. I appreciate you very much for sticking with me all the way until the end. It helps so much more than you might think. And a special shout out, of course, at the end of every video I want to give to the Mardu mob. If you guys don't know The Mardu Mob is the membership program on this channel. So anyone who has hit that join button down below or in the links has become a member. Just want to give a special thank you to you for helping support the channel. You know, your monetary monthly membership means so much to me in the growth of this channel, and I got to give you my appreciation at the end of every video for helping me out the way that you do and becoming members. I do appreciate it very much. So shout out to the Mardu Mob. And that concludes today's Big Red video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, we'll be back again tomorrow with a sweet Jeskai list. Until next time, guys, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.